Well, today we have this device here that we are going to be able to recover. Since it has the latest security, recommendation, watch the video. Tutorial step by step to be able to solve what this problem is with this device, since it has a screen lock, also has the forgotten Gmail account. What are we going to do to be able to recover our phone? Well, watching the video step by step, we have to be connected to a Wi-Fi network to be able to give the device a tour, since this device, as we had said, is totally blocked, and we are going to use what is a new we are going to use a new method, since previously for that person who wants to do it without a PC. In the description of the video and in the first pinned comment we have the method without a PC. This method is going to be totally by PC. Well, for those people who tried several methods and it still doesn't work for them, then they are going to have to try this one, that we are going to do it by the PC. It is a totally updated method for the latest security of those devices that have already been updated. But to start with, before doing the video tutorial, I recommend that you watch it step by step, because when we are on the PC, the recommendation is to temporarily deactivate the antivirus, because the programs that we always run on our PC, and if we run them without deactivating the antivirus, they will automatically close. Those programs will close, since it will always recognize them as a virus. So that they don't have to, or so that you can avoid that, you have to do exactly as we are going to explain to you now in a few steps, because they always write to us that the program has a virus. Well, if you don't watch the video tutorial step by step as we are telling you, you are going to come out with those things, so watch it so that you can fast forward the video tutorial without having to fast forward the video, because always when you fast forward it, you are going to have problems and it is not going to come out exactly as you want it to. The first thing we are going to do is go to what is our antivirus. We select our antivirus. Then it would take us to our antivirus, and we are going to select the option that says protection against viruses and threats. Here we are going to be able to find this option. Manage the configuration. Here this option that says real-time protection will be activated. What you are going to do is temporarily deactivate that configuration. After that we deactivate that configuration, we are going to go to what is the browser, and we are going to write exactly as it appears here on the screen. We are going to write Tivegel, as you can see as it appears on the screen. David cell ends in double, so when I search in the PC will give you what this option is. It will appear here Android DTV, Dave cell. Any of these options that appear, you will select it, and then here it will take you to what is our official page. Here you will also be able to find several methods, totally of any model you will be able to find it. You go to the last option and you will find this entry that says ibicell apps. You will select that entry, or suddenly it says ibicell applications. Well, you will select it and then it will take you to everything, all the programs are, also where all the applications are. Here you will also be able to find you will be able to find what are tutorials, also totally different, just to be able to click on them and be able to enjoy these video tutorials. Now we will go down a little bit here below. We will be able to find the tool that we are going to use in this video tutorial. This would be the tool. As we can see, we downloaded it. We also have what are the drivers. After having downloaded it, we will extract it. Then when It is completely extracted. Right-click on the tool. Right-click and run it as administrator. They say yes. After running it as administrator, the program will open. When it opens, you'll be able to find the various methods for Samsung, Xiaomi, and Motorola. But today we're going to use the Xiaomi method. Here we have all the models that will work with this same process. So, what we're going to do is select the driv. Here we are going to install what are the drivers for our devices according to the processor. The processor we are going to install, we download it. Then once we download it and it is installed correctly, we are going to select according to our model. This model is the one we are going to use today is the Redmi TCC. It also works for everything that appears here. It is the same process. We are going to make them. AR the model. We can see here we have it in the latest version Android 15. Then we are going to select that we are going to click here where it says remove FRP, and now what we are going to do is turn off our phone. Turn it off. After it is completely off, we are going to do the following. We are going to press EH. We are going to insert the USB cable by when it shows us the charging logo. We press the power button. Count 4 seconds and release. Let's do it then. We are going to wait for the charging logo to appear. We press the power button, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Well, this time the Xiaomi logo appeared. It does not matter, it is the same process. Charging logo or the Xiaomi logo, we are going to hold it 4 seconds and release. Now we will wait for the program to do its entire process. As you can see, if you get this little green ball and it says finished successfully, then that means that the video tutorial has been successful. Well, what are we going to do now that our video was successful? We will press the power button, volume down button at the same time until our phone shows the charging logo or restarts. We will keep pressing the power button, volume down button at the same time. We will hold it. We will wait for our phone to restart. If it does not work with the volume down button, then press power and volume up button. Power volume up button. It seems that our phone is not restarting. So if it does not restart, we disconnect, reconnect, and we will see. We do the same process, power button, volume down button. Power button, volume down button, and as we can see it has already started. But what was the fastbook did not come out. Disconnect, press power, volume down at the same time. When it restarts, we release the 2 buttons. Now we release the 2 buttons. Now what we're going to do is wait for our phone to start up. And what we're going to do is finish configuring it. Well, there's an easier way to do this process. I also want to recommend that when we completely recover our phone, we always have some errors. How do we correct these errors? Well, we're going to explain what we have to do, because if when we always do any process for any device, with those tools, with any tool, then what happens is the following. Our phone, always, when we add the account and everything, it will tell us that the application stopped or the operating system continues to fail. We're going to forget the password. We're going to close here for those who don't see our IP from our Wi-Fi networks. Ready. Now remove any SIM card that has a phone. Remove any SIM card. Click here on skip. In the center, now it would take us to this section. Click on skip again. Click here. Here we are not going to configure anything. We will click everything on skip. Ready. Now we are going to wait until our phone. It takes us to home, and what we're going to do is reconfigure it. What we're going to go to is settings. Being in settings, we're going to hit reset everything. What we're going to do is start our phone that resets. This is to eliminate all those errors that this program made and leave it like a totally new device, free of errors. That's why we always say watch the video tutorial step by step so you don't miss any of these details that we are explaining. That said, since it completely reset our phone, so we're going to do the next thing that we had said, go to what is settings about. The phone here in settings, we give it here about the phone, we give it reset everything, and when it starts we will be able to configure it correctly.